oh, I want to be married by 26, have my first kid by 28, second kid by 30. Like, I've never been that person. No one saw a pandemic coming, do you know what I mean? We ended up getting into like a whole convo, and now I've made friends with a guy called Michael from my bank. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm basically doing like it kind of evolved a bit throughout the course of the video. It's not really a makeup tutorial, it's more so like chat to me, Q&A vibes whilst I do my makeup. Basically, I asked you guys over on Insta to drop me some questions for this video, but then like we all know that I'm gonna end up going on tangents, and that's literally exactly what happened. So it's kind of a Q&A, a little bit of a makeup tutorial, but a little bit not, because I'm kind of just doing my makeup and chatting to you. Anyway, whatever you want to call it, I hope that you enjoy this video, and I will let you keep on watching. Mwah. Well, it has been a while. It has been a while since I have sat in front of you and chatted to you whilst I've done my makeup. I'm just going to get into it, but I'm going to start by saying you lot are going to have to allow my skin. She's been acting up lately. My skin has still not recovered from the month of October with all of the Halloween looks. Plus, sis has been going through it lately, and it seems to be coming through on my skin, because love that about stress. Anyway, so little disclaimer there that it's not really looking its best, but it happens. We have bad skin days, so we're just gonna keep it stepping. Anyways, have I ever done this on my channel? I don't think I've ever done a Q&A whilst I do my makeup. I think this is a first, you know. 4 years in and I've never done something which is relatively simple. It feels weird not like feeling like I shouldn't be telling you what I'm doing. What do you plan to do for Christmas? You know what? With all this Rona going on, I have not really made any plans. It's probably just gonna be just the fam at home. We'll just do like, you know, the usual stuff. Food, films, games, that kind of thing. But yeah, we will see closer to the time what happens and what my plans end up being. I am going to be doing Vlogmas, but I'm going to have to be doing it a little bit differently. Wow, I've already gone on a tangent. This wasn't even a question. So like, I still vlog every day, but I upload like Vlogmas week 1 at the end of the week, and then Vlogmas week 2 and stuff, instead of like uploading every day. And you did say you wanted daily, and I wanted to kind of go for daily. Like, that was kind of the plan, because I was like, I have time to this year, so it's kind of perfect. However, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore, because this bracelet, I forgot how annoying it is when I'm doing videos and I'm talking. I'm just going to take it off. Basically, for those of you guys that don't know, I have been on furlough throughout like this whole period. So for 9 months I've been on furlough, literally since the first lockdown in March. I am actually returning to work next week. I found out yesterday that I'm going to be going back. So I'm not going to be able to do the daily Vlogmas anymore, because I'm just not going to have enough footage to upload like every day. Yeah, but regardless, I'm still going to vlog every day. Yeah, so you're still getting Vlogmas. Yeah, basically, life's about to switch up real quick. It's about to be a whole new adjustment period. So in terms of plans for Christmas, I don't know, how did I get from plans for Christmas to this? I don't actually know. But yeah, in terms of plans for Christmas, I don't know. I'm just going to kind of take it as it comes. We will see what happens. We'll see what the Rona sitch is saying and all of that, and then see how it is. Okay, let's see what other questions we have. I feel like this is going to be a really long video, and I would like to apologise in advance. Talking whilst I do my makeup. Oof, sticky one. That's going to really drag out the process. What is your full-time job? I don't have a full-time job, because I decided to switch to part-time. I would have mentioned this at the time when it happened, but if you guys are new, then you won't know this. I was working full-time as a makeup artist, like for a brand, but I changed jobs beginning of this year, and I switched up to part-time because of you guys, because I wanted more time to put into this grind, because you guys are always my focus. Okay, I'm gonna finish my brows off camera and prime my eyelids, because I actually cannot multitask and it's a bit of a problem. So Give me 2 seconds. Do you know what? I don't know how I'm going to do my eye makeup and chat to you guys at the same time. So we're going to resume the Q&A when we get back to the face. For now, you guys are going to struggle with me as I think about what the hell I want to do on my eyes, because sis does not know. I'm going to just start with, wow, I literally said I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing, and now look what I'm doing. I'm just going to start with some general browns in the crease. You know how it is, quite orangey tones to start with, and then as I deepen it up I'll kind of incorporate in more browns. This is literally turned into a makeup tutorial. Did I not say on my days? I actually can't even stop myself from explaining what I'm doing. Right, now I'm going to start deepening. Oh, my phone. I'm going to go in with some kind of like chocolatey brown sort of tones. Okay, now we're going to bring some bronzy vibes into this. So I'm going to wet my brush. And I'm going to take, this colour is actually so pink, but I never use it. It's like such a nice bronzed shimmer shade. So I'm just going to put it on the centre of my lid, and I'm going to do like a lighter shimmer shade on the inner corner. Oh my days, this is really random, but have you not been seeing that like everyone is in Dubai right now? Like every next random Karen has gone to Dubai. I put my lashes on, and I also did a little bit of tight lining and put some mascara. Alright, now it's time for the face, which is definitely my favourite bit. So, I can actually carry on the questions now. Thank you for being patient. Do you have any pets? No, I don't. I wish that I did. I have a thing about hamsters, which, if you guys aren't new here, you probably already know. I love hamsters. I've had 3 before. I can already see my friends watching this and rolling their eyes being like, raw, why did someone trigger her to talk about hamsters? Now she's actually not gonna shut up. Guys, I see you. I see you. I know. And I'm gonna do it again. I am gonna do it. Listen, this time you can't blame it on me because someone asked the question and it's related. So it is what it is. Anyway, I've had 3 hamsters before, as in all at like separate times. And I love them, and I really miss having a pet. Like, you guys know I am like the biggest animal person, hence the whole cruelty-free thing, because those of you guys that don't know, I only use cruelty-free products on my channel and just generally like in my life, because I'm an advocate for like animal rights and stuff. So yeah, animals is like, that's big for me. That's a very big thing for me. But no, I don't have any pets currently. Me and my mum want to get a dog. Like, we really want to get a dog. We've wanted a dog for years, like since I was little. Who knows? Hopefully, in the not too far future, there will be a little puppy featuring on this channel. What are your plans for the future? You're truly inspiring. You took me out of a dark place. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet. I'm so happy that I was able to give you something. That's really cute. Oh, that's made my day. What are your plans for the future? Do you know what? I'm one of them people that is very like, I'm very career driven. I'm very motivated and determined, but I've never been the kind of person that like wants to have a plan for everything that I want to achieve. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle, and I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it's something that people who are, especially are in the creative field, should possibly be a bit more open to. Basically, what I mean by this is I'm open to seeing what opportunities come to me and then seeing where they can take me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to be narrow-minded or like closed off to potential blessings and opportunities that could come my way and reject them because they don't go along with my plan of where I want to get to or what I want to achieve. Does that make sense? I know overall, like, I know roughly what I want to do in terms of like what I'm doing now. I know that it's always going to be something creative, and I do have some for sure plans up my sleeve and aspirations, but I'm not really gonna talk about them. I'm one of them people that believes that you make moves silently, you know? So I'm not really gonna speak on that necessarily. You know them kids in school and stuff who always used to attach like times to things, like be like, oh, I want to be married by 26, have my first kid by 28, second kid by 30. Like, I've never been that person. I've never really thought that way, which I'm grateful for, because I don't think it's very healthy to sort of overly try to plan your life. I think that life unfolds as it's meant to, and that's there for a reason. I feel like you're not supposed to know what you want to happen at every moment in your life, especially because like plans can change, and it's not a bad thing for that to happen. I feel like it's good to be open to it. I think as long as you stay motivated to, you know, like overall goals, like make something of yourself and feel like you've achieved success and things like that, then as long as you like don't lose sight of that, then I think you're good. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, at school there was always so much stress and emphasis on like, oh, what do you want to do, like what do you want to be and stuff like that. And I think about the amount that I stressed over that, and I felt like I needed to have a concrete plan of what I wanted from my life. And I feel like it's actually really bad that schools kind of make you feel like that growing up, because that's not the way that life works. And I feel like the older you get, the more you kind of realize that the reality of life just isn't like that, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Like, it's not, you shouldn't be made to feel like, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing with my life, like I'm unmotivated, that means, do you know what I mean? Like, one thing doesn't translate to you don't want something, or you don't want to know what you want to get from life. But I don't think that you're supposed to have it all planned out, because things change. Like, who would have thought that we would all be in the position that we are right now? Like, no one saw a pandemic coming, do you know what I mean? Like, things can change very, very quickly, and I think with that, what you want from life changes, and I think it's really important to be open to that. You're not the same person that you were yesterday, so why are you expected to want the same things that you did yesterday? Like, you need to be open to adapting that. So a lot of people, even family, I feel like being in an Asian family, that can be quite a difficult mindset to adopt and kind of want to promote, because a lot of the time it's like, well, what specifically are you trying to get out of this or out of that? And I think that if you don't have like a scheduled concrete, like, okay, so this connection is going to lead me to this specifically, and then from that I'm going to be able to do this. Like, if you don't have that kitted out, it looks like it reflects badly on you. And I feel like that in itself, like just that point alone, is so wrong. And I don't think that's something that we should be encouraging at all. I feel like as long as you know where you want to get to roughly, and you know that like your efforts aren't going to waste and that you're going down the right direction, I don't think that you should have everything planned out. As long as you know that you're putting in the work, it's going to come to you. The right opportunities are going to come to you. They're going to make themselves available to you. You don't need to have it planned out. Do you know what I mean? And I think that way you don't miss life along the way. Yeah, I think otherwise, like, you can very easily miss what's right in front of you sometimes as well. I feel like you need to reassess quite often what makes you happy and what you enjoy, because that can switch up real quick, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know, there's so many people who will do a degree in something and then afterwards be like, but this doesn't make me happy. Like, it doesn't make me happy. But at the time when you decided to study it, you thought that that was everything that you wanted, and you thought that that was going to make you the happiest. But then later, after maybe studying for it, you realise that it's not, and that's literally fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that it's not fair that society and often like the older generation kind of like make us feel like that's the equivalent of just not really giving a shit, because I think it's actually the opposite. I think it's about embracing life, and that is a very beautiful thing, and I think more people should do it. So wow, I went on a tangent and a low-key rant there, but yeah, in short, I have a lot of plans for the future. There's a lot of things that I want to achieve. as I said, I'm very career driven, so believe me, I have a lot of different goals and things that I'm ready to tick off my list. Like, I'm ready, I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna achieve them. It's just a matter of when. And yeah, but I'm also open to the fact that that can change, and I think that is exciting. It doesn't scare me, it excites me. It makes me so exciting to think like, oh my god, a year from now, where could I be? And that's not just because of what I do, like that applies to everyone, like regardless of what field you're in. You have no idea. You genuinely, even if you think you have an idea, you actually don't know how it can switch up, and that is literally like the beauty of it. So yeah, a lot of plans, but excited to see how and when they all unravel and what they end up being, really. Okay, what else do we have? How do I grow my Instagram? Okay, so let me tell you the story of how my Instagram came to be what it is right now. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, quick plug, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. So YouTube was the platform I started first. I know it's often the other way around. Normally people start on Insta, and when they start to get a following there, they then create their YouTube channel. I was the other way around. I had my private Instagram, which was literally just like any other person's Insta, and then I created my YouTube channel, and then I felt like, okay, I feel like I need an assisting Instagram to sort of support this, not to be the focus, but just to be like, to help get more of a following, attract more, right? So that's when I created Beauty by Devi, and I never put much thought into it because I was kind of like a one-track mind to YouTube. I was thinking only YouTube, that's what I want, that's my focus, blah 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 blah. So even my username, yeah, Beauty by Devi, it's got 2 V's, yeah? That's not how I refer to myself as. Like when people call me Devi, it's D-E-V-I, like based on my name, right? But there was no, like, that username wasn't available. I didn't think about it, I didn't beep it, like I really didn't give it 2 seconds of thought. I literally just went with what was available, and Beauty by Devi just kind of came to my mind. But now I feel like I can't change it because so many people refer to me as Beauty by Devi. It's like one of them things. So I didn't really like have plans for my Insta like that. And then over time I noticed that I was kind of just not using that Instagram because I was always just using my private. So I was like, okay, I need to encourage myself to use my public one more. So I deleted, well actually it's not even deleted, I still have it, but I literally don't use it. Like it's like an egg account, like it's an inactive one. So I just stopped using that, and I just was like, I'm gonna put all of my focus into my public one, because maintaining 2 Instagram accounts and a YouTube channel, like it was just a lot, it was just too much. And I was like, there's no point, like I might as well just like put all my efforts into the one that's related to work. So that's what I did, and through that it just started to very gradually grow. For a very long time it didn't really grow. Like it, over the process of 3 years I gained about literally just like 1,000 followers, like literally, like I mean a very slow progress. And then I think I maybe hit 1K, maybe it was last year, you know, on Insta. So my YouTube following was always bigger, and then I started uploading every day on Instagram, but it wasn't really like thought out content. It was just whatever I had in my camera roll, from looks I'd done, like selfies, whatever. Like when I would go to work or whatever, and if I would film a video before, I would then take like some selfies when I was at work or throughout the day or whatever, and I would just keep that as content, and I'd be like, oh okay, I can like upload this as a picture. And then slowly the following started to grow, and then I started to prioritize it more. I put a bit more thought into my uploads and stuff, but consistency was always there. I was still always uploading every day. Then when we arrived in this pandemic, I was able to put so much conscious like thought and time into my Instagram, and until this point, I was just kind of posting what was convenient to post, like just whatever I had. And then it started to be more conscious uploads. So then I kind of just upped the quality, and I went from about 3k on Instagram before lockdown, like at the beginning of this year, to 10k in the space of a month. Literally the turnaround was a month, from like 3k to 10k. It was absolutely insane. I believe it was the consistency combined with more effort and thought into what my posts were, because I finally had the time and the opportunity to be able to do that, which I'd always wanted to do. But it's hard, you know, juggling like that many platforms, as well as at the time working full time. It was a lot. So yeah, the lockdown finally gave me the opportunity, and now I'm just keeping that up, and still, regardless of whatever is going on in my life, I am still posting every day, like without fail, consistently. You will see a post from me on Instagram every day, and I think that that is really the key. I ghosted for a week. I would say maybe about 2 months ago. I also didn't upload on here, but that would have only been 1 or 2 videos, so you guys might not have noticed. And that was because I was just going through stuff. Like it was quite a mentally stressful time for me, and I just needed to hit reset. Like I just needed like a cleanse off of socials, you know, which I would definitely recommend and think is definitely like needed if you're on it quite a lot. And I'd never done that before, and after coming back from that, I noticed how my growth on Insta had really just stopped. Like it stopped, and it has taken a very long time to try and get that back up and going again. And I feel like that really shows how crucial consistency is. Like that's a first-hand example. So long story short, you guys got a mini story time in there. Consistency is the most important. Start with consistency, then over time, when you feel like you start to see something coming from it, then you can start to invest more time into, you know, putting thought into your, like more thought anyway, into your content, and putting more time, potentially money, into your content. But I would also say, like, it's important to find what your niche is. Instagram is such a saturated platform. There are so many people, same as YouTube, like it's so saturated, but Instagram in particular, because YouTube, a lot more of a person's personality you can come across, whereas on Insta, could not open that, on Insta it's harder to stand out, it's harder to show your individuality. So I think it's very important to find like your way of reflecting yourself through your page or your business or whatever it is that you want to kind of portray. If you want to be like an influencer, it's really not my favorite word, I'm not gonna lie. Or if you want to be, or if you're trying to grow an Instagram for a business or for whatever reason you may have, I do think that it's just really important to stay unique and find what your niche is, and then just keep going through. Like it might get a bit disheartening at times because you might not see results, and if you're doing something different, it might take some time for your kind of people to find your platform if it's not what everyone is out there doing. But that's what's going to be your superpower. Like that's what's going to set you apart, that's what's going to help you later on. So although it might feel like it's easier to fit in with what other people are doing to grow a following faster, you're going to have a more loyal following, and you're going to stand out way more in a very saturated market if you find what your unique thing is, you know, and stick to it, and don't let that go, because it's very easy to slowly start to conform. So that is the advice I would give for growing an Instagram. But also you just need to be patient, you know, like these overnight success stories, you can't, like success doesn't happen like that, you know. You need to put in the work, put in the time. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been doing YouTube for like about 4 years, roughly, I think. And you need to do it because you love it. You can't do it because you think that it's an easy way. You can't do it just for clout or like the wrong reasons, or because you want to get peas. Like, that's not the reason to be in a field like this, you know? Like, that can't be your driving force. It needs to be something deeper than that. It needs to be a real genuine like love and passion for it, and to want to put something out there for people to see, to want to use your platform for something specific. Otherwise you're not going to have a strong enough kind of calling within yourself to make it happen for you, you know? And I feel like that's where a lot of people go wrong. I think that there's a big craze over having a platform, particularly now, I would say on Insta. Before there was that, before YouTube was it, wasn't it? Like, everyone just wanted to be a YouTuber. It was that like, that thing that everyone wanted to jump on. And I personally know a lot of people that did jump on it, and I believe for the wrong reasons. And that's why it ends up just not really sticking, because your motives from the start weren't strong enough to take you through it, you know? And that kind of applies with anything and everything. That's what I think anyway. Like, I think, and it's not a bad thing, it just shows that it's just not what your calling is, you know? But it's good to try things out and then kind of realise and find what fits with you and what doesn't. Like, I've found that with stuff that I've come across in life that I thought I wanted to do, and then I realised that it wasn't for me, because I realised that thing you need inside of you, which is going to push you forward with it, it just wasn't strong enough in me for that particular thing. And that's okay. That's literally like, that's your gut, that's the universe kind of guiding you to be like, this isn't what I want for you, like, this isn't what your calling is here, like, it's something different, so it's just going to shift you. Do you know what I mean? Okay, what else have we got here? What's been your favourite moment of the year so far? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. I think a lot of people, if you ask them that, they would say, oh, this year was a write-off, there's nothing good about this year, how am I supposed to think about something that was good this year? I completely disagree. I feel like there's too many options, and I think that it's about seeing that, because I think even though this year has been not what people expected, not what anyone expected, I think that it provided us with a lot more, but just from a different angle. I think it gave us a lot, but just not what we set out to gain from the year. So I think, yeah, the highlights of the year might not be things like, oh, I travelled to this many more countries, or I made some of the best memories with the people closest to me. Like, it might not necessarily be that, but your highlights of the year might be more things like, I grew as a person so much, I faced my demons and I've come out the other side stronger. I worked on my relationship with my family, I worked on my relationship with myself, I found what I like, what I don't like. Like, I feel like this year has taught us all a lot about ourselves, and that's not a waste. That's not a waste of a year at all. That is such a blessing, and it's a blessing that I think a lot of us won't have necessarily had the opportunity to be faced with until possibly like years down the line. It's a very maturing process that I think this year has given us, which is, I genuinely believe, I would say that a blessing in disguise, but I don't even think it's necessarily that much in disguise. Don't get me wrong, if we're looking at the health side of things, complete opposite, but what I'm trying to say is that there's a silver lining to things, you know, and that's all I'm trying to sort of highlight here. But for me, I feel like for me this year was, I'm saying was as if it's over, we've still got another month, a lot can happen in a month. This year has been for me about a lot of personal growth. I thought that the majority of my personal growth was last year. I didn't expect to have another year where I feel like I changed so much as a person. But oh my days, I have changed so much as a person, and I feel like just from the time I was last at work, literally pre-pandemic, compared to now, I feel like a completely different person, which I am very grateful for. I don't think that I can really select a particular moment. I think I would just say the growth, personal growth and career growth that I've had this year. Both have gone relatively hand in hand, but I couldn't really pick one out of the two because both are, you know, both are big things, which I feel very, very, very blessed and grateful for. Right. Next question. How to be more confident in general? That is a big question. I think I'm going to do a video dedicated to that, like an updated version, because I'm pretty sure I have done a video about that before, maybe about a year ago, maybe longer. I do feel like I can update it because, as I said, I feel like a very different person now. But I think that it's a journey, and I think that first up, you just need to not be hard on yourself, because I've had a mad journey with confidence. Mad journey. I know I've had a lot of comments in the past when I've made that, I've made that statement a few times before, and people often complain about it because they say that can't be true, which I'm going to take as a compliment because it means that I'm coming across as confident, which is always a win. But I have had such a journey with confidence. I've always been a relatively loud-ish, not loud, but kind of extroverted person. Not always, actually, that's a lie. When I was little, I was not at all. But for quite a while, I have been, you know, that side of myself has been there, that enthusiasm, the extroverted side. But that doesn't mean that I've had self-confidence, and that is probably, I could say, possibly the biggest struggle that I've faced within myself. Oh no, that's quite a statement actually, aside from my mental health, which kind of ties in with that, to be honest. Yeah, it's been one of my biggest struggles, and I can't really put it down to one or two things. It's like an entire mindset change, and you can get there though. It's a journey. It's a journey, but it's very, very much achievable. Very much achievable. It's just step by step, you know. I will link the video that I have. I'm pretty sure I did do one. I will link it down in the description, but I will do an updated one, so I'm going to save that question for that. But I appreciate the struggle. I understand it, believe me, I understand it, but you will get there. 100% you will get there. It's a gloss kind of day today, and I also feel like I can see a lot of people asking me what this lip combo is, so I'm gonna say it now. This is my new favorite lip liner. It's the NYX one in the shade Nude Truffle. Honestly, insane, insane. And this, guys, this is incredible. The shade on this is actually just, is too much. It's too much. This is a Glam by Toya lip gloss in the shade Shea Butter Baby, and I love it as like a nude. It gives me like caramel vibes, you know. Like high key, never seen a colour like this before. Extra definition, I'm going to take my NYX Urban Calf lip liner and just accentuate. Just little parts that I want to be defined a little bit more, so like my Cupid's bow. And also just the outer corners. I just feel like it makes it look cleaner, like sharper, you know? Okay, now what I like to do is I like to take a clear gloss and just go over the top because I want it to be just really, really glossy. Okay, I am just going to do my hair off camera. I don't know what I'm going to do to my hair actually. I don't know whether to leave it down or put it up. Maybe I should do like a slick bun. I wish you guys could help me with this decision, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna decide and I'll be back. So that took me ages. It's actually been a while since I last was here because I ended up getting a call from the bank. Some next man was doing fraud on my card. So listen, if you're out there, allow it please. You're really doing up Black Friday shopping on my card. And then we were going through my transactions to like work out what was me and what wasn't. And he was like, you really like Costa, don't you? And I was like, yeah, it's my daily walk. And he was like, I get it, I get it. We ended up getting into like a whole convo, and now I've made friends with a guy called Michael from my bank. But anyway, this is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did and want to see more kind of like chatty makeup tutorials, let me know down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you're all well. Stay safe, stay positive. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye guys.